And hello, it is nice to see you again, Guy. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I am good. I'm trying to get into the frame here back this far. So I'm trying to get into as we're making poutine today, I'm trying to get into the spirit of this as best as I can. I am wearing my only Quebec hockey jersey.
That's awesome.
Someone?
I have no idea. We're drinking cider, like apple cider that's from Quebec too.
Oh,
Can't really see with La
Yeah.
Croix.
La Croix, yeah.
Yeah. We tried to get some, but there was like none.
They didn't, yeah, believe it or not, they didn't have any Molson. Like he's got Molson, we don't. What the hell?
What the hell? The Molson, what the fuck?
this
Nice.
is the only Molson I could find, which is the one I like the least, actually. My favorite is the one that's on the jersey, actually, Molson Export.
So yeah,
That's the one that they had, but they wanted the
Yeah, they had like the giant thing. I'm like, I don't drink a lot, so
Yeah.
that might be too much for me.
And actually, this is a bit warmer than I thought. So I'm taking this off. I had a hat, but I didn't put it on, so because it was even warmer. I'm gonna put on your album, if that's okay, for some background music so people can hear it for the first time if they haven't.
Perfect.
Let me know if that gets too loud. So I got my gravy. Thank you very much. Actually, I wanted, and I told you not to do this because it was gonna end badly. And here we are. So originally, I wanted the chicken sandwich gravy, but I'm glad I got this instead because I have to do something with this. The chicken sandwich, I don't know how I would make that.
I'm pretty sure that's the same sauce that they use.
Similar.
Have you
It's
have you
similar.
had it?
It's not exactly the same.
It's the one with the peas, like.
Yeah, there's not a big difference, but it's not exactly the same. It's like pretty close. Like you
Pretty
can,
close,
you can
huh?
swap them out, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, the taste is the same,
But
but
since you buy a sauce is like different from like other sauces.
yeah, it's like specific. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Turn the volume up a little bit here for me. I also found cheese curds.
Nice. No way.
St. Louis is not the easiest thing to find, I'm going to point out. I had to go to, I think, 3 different grocery stores, and I had to go to the real fancy one that I don't go to because I'm not pretty enough to go in there. But I got, I listened to the instructions you gave me this week, and I did the best I could with beef fat, which is
Yeah, that was like his instruction.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a ton of it, but a little bit, just enough to like. So when you see it like change the consistency a little bit, that's enough. Like you don't have to put a lot, but a little bit helps with the flavor.
a teaspoon.
How much for a can?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah.
yeah.
That'll do it. It's just a little difference you want. It's not like a crazy amount.
Okay, so I'm presuming open up the gravy first.
Yeah, that's the step 1.
Step 1, find can opener.
Instructions as well. Okay, this is not working. I'm going to back up. So we are listening to the first song, Anatomy of Fear. Tell me about this song while we got a second.
Yeah, while you're like struggling with the can.
Way to go, no.
Yeah. It's the first song on the album. It's called Anatomy of Fear. So it started with the cello that was supposed to be our organ, and I switched it like a week or 2 before we went into the studio. I was like, I want to do like strings instead of instead of what I had planned. But the girls, like when they started like playing the intro, I was like, yeah, this is really, really cool. So I prefer doing it that way. There's like the ending of the song that's probably like one of my favorite part of the album, like where you have like the harp going really high and like you have like the drums and all this stuff. Yeah, it's a cool song.
Yeah,
it reminds me of Matrix. The drums.
I get you.
A lot of people told me that, and now that I've heard that, I'm like, oh yeah, that really sounds like the Matrix.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna say I tasted the gravy before it got warm, and oh my god, that is delicious.
Just you wait.
5 more cans. I'll start paying you for them.
I'm gonna be your drug dealer, but with gravy.
We're gonna start a Poutine Gravy.
Specifically said, don't do it. Don't get involved.
girlfriend, I just like mailed a can of gravy to the state. And people were like, what
When we're
are
at the
you
post office,
doing?
they're,
Yeah.
they're like, is there anything dangerous in here? And you're like, maybe for your health.
Yeah, that's true. She was like, what is in that? I'm like,
She thought you were being serious. And she kind of like almost like second thought it. She's like, I'm not gonna bother with that, and she just like she dropped it.
Okay, and I got. What do you serve poutine in? Is it in a bowl or a plate?
a
Both?
bowl.
Or a bowl-shaped plate.
The bowl shaped plate.
Yeah, like a spaghetti plate.
Plate.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's
perfect,
exactly
yeah.
it. Yeah. That's actually exactly the right size.
Or
Yeah.
drip. So I'm going to refry the fries, which are now a little soft. Is that right?
Yep, that's the key. So you gotta fry them till they're golden once. Let them cool down a bit, and then do it again. And the dog party. And we have a cat.
Let me turn the volume up still a little bit more.
So yeah, that's the secret nobody knows about how to make restaurant French fries. A lot of them will do it twice. They fry them
I
twice.
had no idea. When she told me that, I was like, really?
Yeah, because they fry them like 80% of the way in advance because it takes a while,
Yeah.
and then so they can quickly reheat them and just like serve them.
That
fry them a
is
second
smart.
time.
That
Yeah.
is really smart. I had no idea.
Not every restaurant will do that, but I've seen it a lot here. Like most will do it that way. I think McDonald's they just do it once. But
Yeah, but McDonald's.
They have
Standards
fries.
are pretty low.
Yeah, the fries are pretty good though.
Too salty.
Yeah,
They
true.
put way too much salt.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, here they don't really put a whole lot on like when you get it puts in, there's no.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
salt.
And with the pizza, usually, oh, that looks perfect.
That is nailed it.
Good job. 9 on 10. Doing the ranking.
Shit. We screwed up the order a little bit.
Ever-
We're supposed to get the gravy warm first because the fries don't stay hot for very long.
Oh,
You want
that's
everything
true,
to be
huh?
like piping hot when you put it together.
Okay, I'll turn the gravy up to higher.
Okay.
The only time I've ever had poutine was in London, Ontario. All at New York Fries.
Oh yeah.
I was very unimpressed, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's Ontario though.
Ontario poutine is like
Yeah.
nice
it's
try,
like,
buddy.
yeah, it's like they're trying, but they're not getting there.
Yeah. They're like, I went to Niagara Falls and like I ordered a poutine at like some chain restaurant like that we don't have here, and like everybody just kind of looked at me like, really? And I was like, yeah. They're like, well, okay.
And they like start like reading like the instructions.
Bro, I think so. I think they were like, do we even have that cheese? Like, and it was bad. It was really
Was
bad.
it like Niagara Falls like in the States or in Canada?
Canada side.
Canada. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to know stuff.
Poutine's a Quebec thing though. It's not like a.
Yeah, I know. Like if you don't get it in Quebec, that won't be as good as.
Yeah. If you get like Chinese food in Ontario, it's like exotic to them.
Depends in Toronto. Like I feel like they have like a lot.
Yeah. True.
Just like choke on my own.
You got it. You got this. It's all right.
It really does smell good.
Oh yeah.
What's in it? I mean, what makes it special?
Sorry?
What's in that gravy?
Crack?
Drugs.
Hold on, I can actually Google that.
I have no idea, but it does taste different from the one from the States.
I'm gonna check. Yeah, it does. Well, I think
It
it's
does,
because they
yeah.
use well, everything tastes different here from the States, even if it looks
It
the same.
depends. Like some stuff are it tastes pretty much the same. We forgot to get the Smarties.
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 What makes?
You're supposed to be a little burn.
Yeah, it can be a little burnt.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to find what makes poutine sauce different from.
Difference.
I can't spell different from gravy. I've always wondered this. I never thought. I know they taste different, but I don't know why.
Well, you have a recipe now.
It's beef gravy. Yeah, thick beef gravy on French fry potatoes. Okay, it's beef gravy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's beef. Okay. I guess like it's not beef in there.
Like regular, I guess regular restaurant gravy is with chicken fat or with no fat.
Oh.
But like poutine has like beef fat. Like, yeah.
You know what? That just kind of like made me realize I've never wondered what was gravy. I was just like, this is good. Like I'm just gonna get it, but I've never really put tough.
Yeah, it's one of those things people are just like,
This
gravy.
is good.
It's an
Yeah.
ingredient. You're like, but what are the ingredients of gravy? And then people's heads explode.
Like you have to. actually do stuff to get that.
Well,
I have the
it's basically broth, fat, butter, and flour.
Okay,
Yeah.
fries.
Oh yeah.
they're perfect.
Okay, so very important. Cheese first.
Fries then cheese or cheese then fries?
Cheese on top of the fries, and then the gravy on top. You
Okay.
want to make it like you want to get the cheese as hot as you possibly can, without directly heating it, because that messes it up.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't taste the same if you do that.
Yeah, like if you microwave it, it's disgusting. If you like put it in the oven, it's disgusting. You have to like it has to be melted from the heat of the gravy.
Okay. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do I gotta break it or just throw it on there?
You can break it up if you want. There's like giant pieces. You can break it up a little bit if you want, but doesn't really matter.
The gravy is looking molten-y.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna let that boil a bit. How much cheese do I put on here?
How much you got?
A lot. Half a pound?
Put in.
The more you put cheese, the better it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's the cheese that I prefer. I can
Mhm.
put the
Pound,
poutine.
which I guess is a quarter of a kilo.
What's that? That's like 250 grams.
Too much.
That's half a pound. Half a pound is a lot, but yeah, that's a good amount. I mean, it's like there's no amount. That's the thing. That's the one thing about Poutine is like the more the better of everything. It doesn't matter
Yeah, that's
as long
true.
as you have like a good ratio, you're fine.
But I feel like when they don't put enough cheese, then I'm mad.
I get mad,
Like,
yeah.
I
Or
want
not
the
enough
cheese.
gravy, or not enough
Yeah,
gravy.
yeah,
It
yeah,
has to be like drowning in it, or I'm pissed. Yeah.
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 That's true.
Gravy is now boiling.
That's perfect.
So,
No, cheese.
So you want to pour it on and like really like not completely cover it, but like pretty close, and then just give it a minute to like for the heat to spread. I'm not really eating not Poutine right now.
Yeah, it's like we're like eating taco balls.
We're terrible.
Yeah, but it makes me really want to eat poutine today, though. Like,
Yeah, that's gonna happen later.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
like, I want the cheese.
Yeah, you know that over here when you go to convenience stores, they sell the cheese at the cash.
Yeah.
I didn't know other places didn't have that. Like you go to the cash, and it's like $3, and you get like a little bag of like curd cheese, and people just like eat it like that. And
It's really good.
yeah, I have some American coworkers that saw me doing that, and they were mind blown. They were mind blown. They couldn't believe it.
Dude, what are you doing with your cheese? I'm like, what?
They're like, "What are you doing? You're eating that by itself?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, you know, like, yeah, I guess so.
you just eat cheese curds by themselves?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, they like I said, they sell it at convenience stores right next to the cash register.
Yeah, sometimes you have like spice on them, like the barbecue ones are
Oh yeah,
so good.
yeah. They have like
Yeah.
they have like chips spices they put on it sometimes. Like you get like barbecue flavor. They have like
Yeah.
sour cream and onion.
They should do the ketchup ones, like the chips.
Whoa.
$1 million idea.
Wait, does anybody do that?
They should.
The cheese isn't really melting. Oh, we got a little melting.
Yeah, when it like usually what I do anyway, not everybody does it, but like you just like when you get it from the restaurant, you open it up, you mix it just a little bit to like kind of get the cheese under some of the fries, so it's like
Okay.
it's not supposed to melt all the way. It's supposed to soften like, but not melt completely.
Not melt completely. Okay.
Yeah. If it gets too liquidy, people get pissed.
Yeah, that's true.
You want a little bit of a texture to it.
Look, does that look right?
It looks right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's missing a little bit of cheese, but
Let's see how the kid likes.
You didn't put enough cheese. Kidding, we're kidding.
The kid has a bowl of poutine now.
Wait, so how do I eat this?
Aw,
She wants to know how to eat it.
you just like stick
however
it.
you want.
Yeah. She has to get the cheese though.
Get a piece of cheese, a couple fries, and as much gravy as you can in one
Yeah.
bite.
You got to get all of it at one go. You got to get like the whole bowl in your face at once.
Well, I tried one time. Good.
Okay. Now try the cheese with the fries and the gravy at the one time.
All of that.
Much gravy you can scoop up. Just like, yeah.
I'm kidding. Not the whole thing. Ingredients onto one.
Adorable.
It's so mean.
There you go.
That's what I did.
She's a very picky eater, so we'll see. She loves the fry and the gravy, though.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
see with the cheese
Step
now.
one's good.
Oh, there was cheese on it. Okay, she's now eating a whole bit. There's a lot of. Okay, I got a thumbs up and a lot of cheese.
Yes. Great success. I'm looking for a ketchup flavored curd cheese.
Curd cheese.
I want to see if it exists.
Okay, you can take that into the living room and just eat that now.
No.
Or do whatever you want, I don't care. Okay, now I'm gonna try, see what I did.
Drum roll.
I gotta say, this is way better than what I had in Toronto.
Sure.
What I had in Toronto, I would never eat again. This is delicious.
It's pretty great.
One more.
Now here's the advanced level one. If you really want the Montreal one, smoked meat poutine.
Yeah, smoked meat.
Yeah, smoked meat poutine is dope. So yeah, you can get it with like meats served on it and like other vegetables, but generally like a smoked meat poutine.
Yeah,
like,
I love the taco one.
taco ones are pretty
Yeah,
good too.
taco poutine are like the shit.
Yeah.
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 It's like you put like you do the same thing, but you put like chili, I guess, on top of it, like with sour cream and like avocado.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It sounds crazy, and it is. That is really good.
It's really good. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is delicious.
It looks great. It looks about right. It looks like you nailed it, dude.
I'm just gonna continue to be gross and eating, so you guys go ahead and talk while I stuff my face a little bit.
But yeah, it's the taco poutine. What's the other one you like?
I don't,
Is there any others that you like? That you're a fan of?
not really, but I mean the smoked meat. We got the one with like the butter.
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
Butter chicken
Butter
poutine.
chicken
That one was
poutine.
insane.
Wait, buttered chicken poutine.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's
It's
a
a
thing.
thing.
Yeah, it's like instead of the gravy, they put like butter chicken sauce and like butter chicken on top of the cheese and the fries.
It's so
It
good.
sounds insane.
Okay, I need to tell you about our weird delicacy here in St. Louis. It is called the slinger.
The slinger.
Yes. It is a hangover cure or drunk food, whichever you need. Two things you can do with it. It is hash browns covered in eggs,
Whoa.
covered in hamburger patties, covered in cheese, covered in onions, covered in chili.
We have to try that.
I'm down.
Make it down here, I will take you to the best place to get one. For a while, I actually went and got a new one every other week, and I wrote about them. So I've had 40 different restaurants slingers.
You tasted all of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like me with poutine.
Really bad.
Yeah. I'm like a poutine connoisseur here. I try every restaurant that has that. That's it. And I don't know if it's the same for what is it called again? Slingers. But over here, it's usually like the best poutine is going to be in like the crappiest, most rundown shack restaurant that looks like it should have been shut down 40 years ago. They always have the best poutine. It's the best place. It's the dirtiest, but it's the best. It's
The best place to get a slinger is a place called Courtesy Diner. And it is a diner in the truest sense of the word. And we don't have like a strong diner culture here. We've got about 6.
Oh.
And you go there and the place looks like it's an old Steak and Shake that they took over. And there's a Steak and Shake right next door that's new. So it probably is. But then there's a place near my house called the Buttery Restaurant. You will be the richest person in there.
And we're musicians, so like that tell you a lot.
Not very rich. we're instrument rich.
You will be you'll be Bill Gates in there. I Bezos when I walk into that place. But
There's a lot of similarities with the poutine restaurants and things.
Yeah, it's true.
We go to like Pierrette Patate.
Okay, I know patat.
Like here we have restaurants that like it's like a first name and then potatoes. Like, it's the laziest name you can mention ever. There, in our area we have a place called Pierrette Patate. We have Claude Patate. We have what's the other one right here? Normand Patate.
Normand Patate. I honestly think that it might be like the same family. That their last name is Potato. So they just opened like a bunch of restaurant. It's a franchise.
Independent franchising.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
are there like poutine restaurants or is it just something you get at places?
Oh no, there are places that specialize in only poutine, and they'll have like 80 different kinds. Like La Banquise.
La Banquise, yeah.
It's a place that's known for being open till like 6 a.m. or something like that.
It's open all the time.
Oh, it's 24 hours?
Yeah, it's 24 hours.
So yeah, people go there and they like famously will get wasted, and then they'll go there and like eat the worst garbage ever made. But like,
I've never had a poutine there when I was sober, so I don't know if it's
yeah,
good.
me neither. I have no idea if it's any good. I don't think anybody knows what their poutine tastes like.
But he's always drunk.
It's always full. It's crazy. Like they have like, it's a big place, and like it's
you
always full of people. Yeah,
there's no
sitting room.
You have to wait. Sometimes like 4 a.m. and like there's people waiting outside.
Yeah, there's like a lineup around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly how Courtesy Diner is.
Oh, yeah.
10 o'clock, people start, because it's not busy until like 10 p.m.
Oh wow.
But 10 p.m. to like 9 a.m. it's just. When the 11 o'clock bars close, people show up. When the 1 a.m. bars close, more people show up. Then the 3 a.m. bars close, more people show up. And then they get people coming in for breakfast. And it's constant. And that's when you actually have to wait. If you get there at like 10 a.m., no, you'll sit right down. Get there, sit right down.
But during the night, it's full. Okay, I got you. Do we have other poutine restaurants here?
There's Fritalo.
But they have everything, though.
Yeah, but they have everything, but the poutine are really good. Like the taco poutine there is like the best.
They're
But
not-
I think it's
they're not
in
cheap
Belgium.
either.
Yeah. I think it's a restaurant from like Belgium.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
They have like Belgian fries. It's really good. It's really, really good. But they're really expensive. Like that's the most expensive thing you're gonna get. Except they have one with duck.
Oh, they have that. We have food trucks here, but they're like really high-end food.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So there's like a place that sells foie gras poutine.
What?
Yeah, foie gras.
What the hell?
Foie gras, you know what that is? Foie gras?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a poutine with foie gras. It's like $25. It's like this big. But it's a food truck.
Yeah, that is so weird. Like when the last time I think I was in Seattle.
Duck liver where they force feed them. And
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
It's messed up, yeah.
Yeah,
But have you ever seen a video of it?
I don't want to see it.
They kind of look happy after. It's kind of
Full.
weird. Like the one I saw one where like he comes up and it's like, oh, you got food, and he's like eating, and they're like, no, have more, and he's like, oh, and like he looks uncomfortable, and then they stop, and he's like, cool, and he just like stands there.
Oh my god.
Either ducks are really stupid
It's
or
probably stupid.
yeah, maybe a little bit.
It's a
But
little bit dumb.
yeah, they also have lobster poutine at the same place,
Lobster?
and that one's like really bad.
Yeah, I'm trying like to imagine like having a poutine with that. I'm like,
No.
that sounds really weird.
Yeah, even for us.
Yeah, even for us.
what does the stuff even taste like? Have you ever had it? I've never had it.
Foie gras?
Yeah.
I've never had it.
I have had it, but I didn't really taste it that much because it was mixing with a bunch of stuff.
Mm.
It tasted kind of like it's kind of like duck fat basically, and like liver-ish. It's like a weird like, it's like duck but beef also, but also fat. That's the only way I can explain it. It's like, it's not awesome. It's I don't love it. It's not great.
That you have not described a food that I think I want to eat.
I think it's one of those things where like where it's like caviar, where like nobody actually enjoys the flavor of it, but they just eat it to show off.
Pretty gross.
Yeah. Yeah,
That sounds really disgusting.
yeah. It's not the best. But I mean, it's better than lobster poutine. Lobster poutine is just like no.
So what is like a just regular poutine? What does that cost?
$5.
Well, depends the size, right? Because you can get like a poutine, or you can get like a poutine. So like the little one is usually like $4 or $5 at the cheapest.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get like a big one, like it's gonna be like 10 or something.
Yeah, like $10.
It's set between 7 and 10, but if you add other ingredients, it
falls out.
yeah, like a smoky poutine for a big one's like $15 or something. Like
Yeah, I think the butter chicken was around that
that.
price
Butter chicken
too.
one's pretty small too, but it's
Yeah.
like $15.
But
Yeah,
it's $15. Yeah.
but it's worth it.
I am feeling bloated. Is that it?
It's a nice light snack here in Quebec. What do you?
I'm feeling a lot like. Have you seen the Swedish Chef in Montreal? Where
Swedish chef.
video on Twitter today. The Muppets did a big gala they took over Just for Laughs one year.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I was supposed to go to that.
Oh yeah.
So it's on some streaming service. I forget which one it was, but the Swedish Chef comes out and makes poutine.
Oh my gosh.
Each time he tastes it, he has a heart attack.
That makes sense.
And a guy comes out and shocks him to bring him back. At which point he then goes and tastes it again. Has a second heart attack. It just kind of goes on like that, and it's awesome. And I think that's why the kid is willing to try it, because the Swedish chef made poutine. There are 2 rules we live by in this house when my wife's not around. 1, never question Bruce Dickinson. His early solo albums, you can question those. Those are terrible. And 2, the Swedish chef knows how to cook, and you should trust him.
You ever see the one where he cooks chicken with a gun?
I've never seen his video. Like, I don't know who he is.
I don't know. I don't remember it that well, but I remember at one point he's like, "Oh, you take the chicken and you throw it, and it's up in the air." And he's like, "And then you take the bang bang," and he pulls out like a blunderbuss, like a gun with a like.
Oh yeah.
And he just blasts it, and it lands on and there's a plate, and it's all like served in portion.
Oh my
It's
God.
the best one ever.
There's a new show here where they were doing like a streaming show. That was like the gag. So they had Okie Dokie Cooking with the Swedish chef, and they're doing meatballs. It's him and a celebrity guest.
Oh man.
So what he does when he gets ready to make his meatballs is like secret recipe, and he puts up he's like hiding everything. And the host is trying to look over. He's like, no. And then eventually he pulls out this meatball, the size of like, I don't know what, I don't know, probably about 3 foot in diameter meatball.
Oh wow.
Meatball recipe. So, but yes, the Swedish chef, I trust him. I believe that he knows what he's doing.
I love that.
I have to go watch that.
And that's how we ended up here. So, when is your album is out now? Yes.
Yay! Yes.
Where can that be? Where can it be acquired?
It's if people just want to listen, it's on Spotify. But I have my album available on Bandcamp and also on Big Cartel. I have my own shop there.
And for the record, this will be posted tonight, which is the 27th, and the next Bandcamp Friday is a week from tonight.
Okay, it's good.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Is that like every month or something?
It's every month. Like it's the first Friday of the month.
First Friday of the month. Oh,
Yeah.
good to know.
I don't know if they're gonna keep it next year, but it's been good for bands like a lot.
They said they're going to go through the end of this year, but they also said it was only going to be once, and so who knows what it's going to be. That's when I do a lot of my Bandcamp purchases personally.
Yeah.
I see a lot of like, because we have a lot. I have a lot of bands on my Facebook.
Yeah.
And I see like this band every now and then on Friday. It's like, check out my band, and it's like bam 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 bam
Yeah.
bam bam bam, and I'm like,
That's good for bands.
and then I see my band on there. I'm like,
What I really like about it, not just the waiving of the fees, which is awesome, but I mean, Bandcamp is to me the most amazing streaming online store. I mean, it's just a great service, but it also creates like a record store day every month.
Yeah, that's true. I'm really wondering what's gonna happen because like they're gonna start doing live stream, like live stream shows. That's like a new feature.
It's not surprising. I mean, Bandcamp's pretty forward thinking, and they seem to really know where to take everything, which is awesome. I'm glad that we finally have something like that, and I'm glad seeing how the platform has evolved over the past 5 or 6 years has been really exciting for me as a listener.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for like the live stream thing. Like you can have you can actually sell tickets. Yeah, it's new. I don't know if it's up now, but they announced it like 2 weeks ago, and so you can actually like sell tickets there, and then you can have like a live stream show there.
What?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're saying that they won't be taking like a lot of
A big cut.
A big cut.
I mean, that's been their thing, right? That's what everybody likes about them to begin with. Like that's what attracted most.
Yeah, they don't take a lot. They take a little bit.
But compared to like venues,
yeah, that's true.
Venues take a lot. So it depends where, but like if you're in like a medium to large size venue, they're gonna take all kinds of things from you. They find all kinds of ways.
Yeah.
So last time I played a pretty big one. I mean, Club Soda's not big, but it's like one of the bigger ones. Yeah. They tried to take 15% of our merch sales.
50 or 15?
15, but that's like it's our merch. Like you can't take our merch. Like, but I know it's kind of like standard practice, but like we weren't like we were like the first band out of like 4 And it was like it was a pretty big show. Like it was all right. It was like maybe for the headliners. And yeah, they tried to take 15% of our merch sale, and they wanted receipts from every T-shirt we sold, which I'd never heard of happening before. Really?
What?
See?
I've never had that happen.
Yeah, they wanted like proof.
Receipt.
Yeah, they wanted proof of like how many things we sold, so they could know that we were giving them the correct amount. So we just left. We just
That
bounced.
is crazy. Like
Yeah.
I've like I played on a bunch of venues. I think I actually played there.
To be fair, it might have been just a shakedown, but I know venues sometimes do take a cut. But 15% is crazy
15 is a
like,
lot.
for the first band out of
Yeah.
like the opening.
And
band.
also like the show you're talking about, it was like sold out, no?
Mhm.
So like it's full. Like, do you really need to go and like get 15% of like a smaller band, like a small band?
Yeah. Plus
What
the
the-
alcohol sales, they make a lot of
Yeah,
money.
they
on
make a
those.
lot of
Yeah.
money. Like that's a big venue too. Like
If you figure a show that has 200 people at it, you can assume probably an average of 3 beers per person,
Mhm.
and
Easily.
probably profit on 1 beer at a show is $6.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about Well, I mean, it depends. Like, I think in that place it's probably about like $5 a beer.
Yeah, something
Depending, like
that.
the best ticket is probably like $4 to $6,
Mhm.
but they cost them what, like 80 cents
A
each?
quarter, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too cheap. So that is so greedy. Like, especially like an opener.
Especially like an opener band, like those guys
Yeah.
are struggling no matter what. I
Yeah,
don't care
they're
what-
like opening for
yeah.
another band. Like, what the fuck?
I don't care what genre you're in. If you're the first band out of 4 on a tour, chances are you're struggling. Like you guys are barely you're not eating, you're barely paying for the gas to get to the next show, and like then they shake you down for that. But there were other fees too that they were trying to get from us. Like they wanted to charge us money to have access to the backstage.
What the fuck?
There was some weird stuff that happened. So
What the
yeah.
fuck?
So if Bandcamp takes 10%, they can have it.
They could.
They give 10%, no problem. We're good.
I don't remember how much they take, but I know they have a thing that if you sell like physical copies,
Mhm.
like physical item, their fees are like pretty, like it don't take a lot, and you have like a bank and they put like the amount you owe them there, and when you sell something digitally, that's where they take the money.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so like sometimes like I see it happen. Like I sold like one album, like one digital album, and like I get nothing. It's because I owe them money. But it's smart because like you don't have to physically go and like put the thing out. Like you're not.
With digital downloads, like the thing is, you don't pay necessarily to produce something for people to buy, but it's hard to put a value on like what it's worth for them to host that, right? Like
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's smart though, like so you don't. I mean, like
you're not paying out of pocket right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine like if they took the percentage and then you have like I don't know like you don't have like money coming into you while you have like to ship the item, like that would suck. But the way they did the way they built the site, I think it's really smart.
I think they actually understand what like musicians are going through in general. Like they understand that like charging a musician up front a lot of money is kind of unfeasible because most musicians don't have a lot of money up front. At the beginning, especially when you're starting your career, like you don't have like you're spending so much money on your instruments, on buying equipment to travel with. You need to, the recording is insane. Like so they're smart. I think that's why they attracted so many bands.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great tool.
It's a one-stop shop. You don't have to make anything. You just sign up, and they give you a storefront. That's amazing. To me, that's what makes Bandcamp the best way of going about it. And for me, it's easy for me, and they calculate shipping rates right away. I don't got to log in and set up an account and this and that. I can just go and check, okay, well, that one from this guy from England is only charging $5 shipping. This guy's charging 20. I can find out in 2 seconds. And I dig it. Just so you know, my daughter finished hers for the most part. She did leave a couple of fries and a couple of cheese curds. I was actually pleasantly surprised. She then dropped her head behind the chair instead.
Like,
So I think that was before she asked for seconds.
Nice.
Confused, but I want to thank you very much for doing this. This has been awesome. It has been fun. Just send me a bill for the gravy. Just
on the house.
It's on the house.
If there is anything else I can do for you going forward, just let me know. Is there anything else we need to know before we call it a day?
I don't think so.
Recipe for the.
Oh yeah, you have to send me the recipe for your what's it called?
The slinger?
Slingers.
Yeah, send me a recipe. We want to try it.
It's easy. You just hash browns, eggs, any way you want it. Burger, chili, cheese, onions.
Okay.
That sounds amazing.
We're making that. We're still
doing
making that.
we can do another one where
If you go,
we're
it is 2,000 calories and 3 days worth of sodium.
It's okay. I can,
sounds like a poutine.
yeah.
Sounds like a big smoked meat poutine.
It's a little beefier, but I want to say again, thank you very much. This has been spectacular. Hopefully I can convince somebody else to send me something from like Iceland or something.
Fermented shark.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.